Have you ever felt like your dreams are massive, but your energy disappears the second it's time to act, like you know what you want, but can't seem to move toward it? You're not broken, you're just misaligned. And in this video, we're going to fix that. Stay until the end, because the mindset shift you need isn't motivational, it's ancient, and it's been waiting for you. You see two versions, the tired you and the powerful self you could become. That ache you feel, it's not a flaw, it's the evidence of a daily war between your vision and your habits. The world offers easy answers, but your struggle is deeper, a fight for meaning, will, and purpose. 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, wrote, not to the world, but to himself. He faced the same enemies you do, apathy, fear, distraction. His meditations reveal a man who knew that to rule the world, he first had to rule himself. Stoicism was his weapon. Practical, relentless, honest. Marcus offers no comfort, only a mirror and a manual for discipline. He fought the same war you fight, and his wisdom is a call to arms. Imagine Marcus Aurelius as your mentor, unyielding, honest, cutting through your excuses. He'd show you that laziness is a choice, not a trait. The pain you feel is the friction between your worth and your habits. Stoicism demands you own your actions and sculpt your soul with discipline. The way forward isn't around the fire, it's through it. Stoicism was forged in crisis, not comfort, battlefields, plagues, and political chaos. Today, our battles are against distraction and comfort, but the fight is the same. Marcus's philosophy is for doers, not dreamers. You don't rise to your ambitions, you fall to your discipline. The work of building that discipline begins now. Ambition is your golden crown, but your habits are heavy chains. Every easy choice forges another link. Every excuse tightens your bonds. You're both king and prisoner, your mind the true battleground. Marcus Aurelius knew, you have power over your mind, not outside events. The chains are self-made and only discipline can break them. The tragedy is knowing the king you could be while living as your own captive. That uneasy, persistent hum inside you. Psychologists call it cognitive dissonance. It's the pain of holding two opposing beliefs, ambition and inaction. This slow burn erodes your confidence, numbs your spirit, and tempts you to lower your standards. The Stoic answer, don't silence the alarm, rise to meet your highest self. The label lazy is a misdiagnosis. You are not at peace in the valley, you are in pain on the mountainside, longing for the summit. This pain is not laziness, it is the ache of unused potential, the call to reclaim your birthright. Listen to it, rise and begin your sacred work. Ever feel exhausted even without physical effort? That's the cost of your inner civil war, your willpower drained by constant internal conflict. Like a Roman kingdom at war with itself, your energy is spent fighting inner battles, not building or creating. Marcus Aurelius knew, a divided mind is a weak mind. Unite your inner kingdom. Only then will you find true energy and peace. The entire Stoic framework, and the beginning of your escape from this curse, rests upon one foundational principle, which Marcus Aurelius articulated perfectly. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This is not a suggestion, it is the fundamental law of personal sovereignty. Your ambition feels like a curse because you have mistakenly focused your attention on the wrong domain. You dream of changing the world, of achieving external results, of winning the admiration of others. You are focused on the crown, the kingdom, the external events over which you have, ultimately, very little control. Meanwhile, you have completely neglected the one and only domain where you have absolute power, your own mind. You have allowed your inner world to become a lawless territory overrun by undisciplined thoughts, unchallenged impulses, and runaway emotions. You treat your feelings of reluctance or boredom as if they are unbreakable commands from a higher power. You treat your cravings for distraction as if they are non-negotiable demands. You have abdicated the throne of your own consciousness. You have forgotten that you are the ruler of this inner realm, and that every thought and impulse must answer to you. Realizing this truth is the first step toward finding strength. It means understanding that motivation is irrelevant. Feelings are irrelevant. The desire to act is irrelevant. These are fleeting weather patterns passing through your mind. You are not the weather, you are the sky. The Stoic trains to act regardless of the weather. The disciplined mind does not wait for a sunny day of inspiration to begin its work. It acts because it has decided to act. It acts based on reason, duty, and commitment, not on the fickle whims of emotion. This is the source of true power, the ability to separate your actions from your feelings. This is the ultimate answer to the ambitious but lazy soul. The curse is not your ambition, it is your belief that you are a slave to your own internal state. The cure is to reclaim your throne. It begins with the simple, revolutionary act of observing your own thoughts without obeying them. It continues by making a choice, a single, small choice that is aligned with your values, not your immediate comfort. Do one push-up, write one sentence, read one page. This is not about a grand gesture. It is about proving to yourself in the smallest possible way that you are the one in command. This is how you begin to break the chains. This is how you begin to earn the crown. Let's be real. Ambition without clarity turns into anxiety, and half the time you're not lazy, you're overwhelmed and stuck in your own head. That's where therapy isn't soft. It's strategic. Online therapy gives you real tools through CBT, live sessions, even WhatsApp support. If your mind is part of your mission, this is your ally. Use code therapy20 for 20% off. Links in the description. Marcus Aurelius would see through your excuses and name your true enemy: comfort. You build temples to it at home, carry shrines in your pocket and sacrifice your time daily. Comfort feels safe, but it slowly becomes your prison, dulling your ambition and edge. Beware the seductive poison of the soft couch. Modern science can now map the chemical chains that bind you to the altar of comfort. The god you worship has a powerful high priest dopamine. This neurotransmitter, essential for motivation and reward, has been hijacked by the modern world. Your phone, your social media feeds, your streaming services, and your video games are engineered with breathtaking precision to be dopamine delivery systems. They provide an endless stream of novel, stimulating, and easily accessible pleasures that require almost no effort. Each notification, each like, each new episode that autoplays is a small, hollow reward that keeps you coming back for more, creating a powerful feedback loop. You have mistaken these fleeting hits of pleasure for genuine peace or happiness. True peace, what the Stoics called, or a state of tranquility free from emotional disturbance, is an internal achievement. It is the result of discipline, virtue, and living in accordance with your nature. It is the deep, abiding calm that comes from knowing you have done your duty and faced your challenges with courage. The pleasure you get from your distractions is its polar opposite. It is an external, transient fix that leaves you feeling emptier than before. It is the spiritual equivalent of junk food. It satisfies a momentary craving while making you fundamentally unhealthier. This endless cycle of dopamine seeking is not rest. It is a different kind of work. The frantic, exhausting work of a fiend. It fatigues your brain's reward circuits, making it harder and harder to derive satisfaction from genuine, hard-won achievements. Why would your brain choose the delayed, uncertain, and difficult path of writing a chapter of your book when it can get an immediate, guaranteed hit of pleasure from opening a social media app? You've trained your mind to prefer the low-hanging fruit, and now you find you lack the strength and patience to climb the tree for the real prize. Marcus Aurelius, from his vantage point in a world without such temptations, would see this clearly. He would recognize it as a form of slavery. You are not choosing your actions. You are being led by your appetites, which have been skillfully manipulated by forces outside of your control. He would urge you to see these digital comforts not as harmless entertainment, but as powerful adversaries in the fight for your own will. The Stoic path to reclaiming your mind begins with a dopamine fast, a deliberate withdrawal from these easy pleasures in order to reset your brain and allow you to once again find joy in meaningful effort. What's one thing you know would change your life if you just did it consistently, but you keep putting it off? Be honest. Drop it in the comments. Someone else probably needs to hear it too. When you avoid a difficult task, you're not resting. You're hiding from discomfort. The urge to check your phone or clean your desk isn't laziness, it's emotional escape. True rest restores you for the fight ahead. Be honest, you're not tired, you're hiding. Brutal honesty is the first step to change. The worship of comfort fills your life with trivialities. Your ambition calls for depth, but comfort answers with endless distractions. Marcus Aurelius warned, most of what we say and do is not essential. Ask yourself, is this necessary? Reclaim your time and focus. Break free from the unseen chains of the insignificant. If this video feels like it's calling you out in a good way, hit subscribe. This channel is built for minds like yours. The Stoics believed comfort is a poison. Their antidote: embrace voluntary hardship. Train your body and mind to thrive on discomfort. Choose the stairs, take a cold shower, tackle your hardest task first. Each act builds resilience and self-respect. You become the master of your will, not a slave to comfort. This is how you stop worshipping comfort and become a warrior of character. Marcus Aurelius saw that the greatest battles are fought within. Your mind is the battlefield, every moment a choice between discipline and surrender. The enemy is your own resistance, fear and inertia. Like a Roman soldier, declare war on your weaknesses. Begin truly living by stepping onto the battlefield of your own mind. A soldier without a mission is just a person with a weapon, dangerous and aimless. But with a mission there is purpose and direction. Wishes are not missions. Define your mission clearly, make it your daily order, and treat it as your sacred duty. This is the hill you must take every single day. A soldier's skill is forged through countless repetitions. Discipline is a muscle built by daily, relentless reps. Each small act of discipline is a rep, strengthening your inner soldier. Over time, these small victories become automatic, forming the foundation of an unbreakable will. The process is simple, but it works. The most powerful way to train your inner soldier is to change his very identity. Identity-based habits mean your actions flow from who you believe you are. Each small action is a vote for your new self. Become the disciplined person, not just act like one. This is how you transform the very essence of the soldier within. Like a wise Roman soldier, shape your battlefield. Reduce friction for good habits. Lay out your gear, clear your path, increase friction for temptations, hide distractions, remove obstacles, design your environment to make discipline easy and vice hard. This is your armor. Build it well, and victory follows. The first hour of the day is the most important battle. Win the morning and you set the tone for everything that follows. Like Marcus Aurelius, rise and act before you have time to feel. Your first action must be automatic. Move before your mind resists. Win this first battle and you win the day. You live in a world Marcus Aurelius could never have imagined, yet he'd recognize its danger. Your challenges are quieter, more subtle. The modern world soothes your ambition, trades your potential for trivial pleasures, and wages war on your focus. Ancient discipline isn't obsolete, it's more vital than ever to escape the gilded cage. In the face of this modern onslaught of the trivial, the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius cuts through the noise with the brutal efficiency of a legionary's sword. His most powerful weapon, one that you must adopt as your own, was a simple filtering question he applied to his thoughts and actions. Is this necessary? He wrote to himself, if you seek tranquility, do less. Or, more accurately, do what's essential, which brings a double satisfaction to do less better. This is not a productivity hack. It is a philosophy of existence, a militant commitment to protecting one's life force from the vampiric drain of the inessential. Imagine applying this question with unwavering honesty to your average day. As you reach for your phone to scroll through a social media feed, ask yourself, is this essential? As you get drawn into a pointless online argument or binge-watch a series you will forget by next week, ask, is this essential? As you spend an hour worrying about something entirely outside of your control, ask, is this essential? The answer, in almost every case, will be a resounding, uncomfortable no. This question is a lantern in the dark, revealing how much of your time, energy, and attention is being squandered on things that do not contribute to your mission, your growth, or your peace of mind. The modern world wants you to believe that everything is essential. Every news alert, every email, every trend, every opinion feels urgent and demanding of your attention. This is a carefully crafted illusion designed to keep you in a state of reactive anxiety. The discipline of the Stoic is to see through this illusion, to build an inner fortress, and to act as its fierce gatekeeper. You must decide what is essential to you, to your highest ambition. and then have the courage to ruthlessly ignore or discard everything else. This is not about being ignorant, it is about being focused. It is the strategic allocation of your finite resources to the very few things that truly matter. Practicing this is an act of rebellion against the culture of distraction. It requires you to be comfortable with missing out, with being silent when everyone else is shouting, and with pursuing your own path while the herd stampedes in another direction. Each time you ask, "Is this essential?" and act on the answer, you are reclaiming a piece of your life. You are choosing the profound satisfaction of doing less, but doing it better. You are trading the frantic, hollow busyness of the modern world for the deep, resonant tranquility of a life lived with purpose. Why do you feel this ambition in the first place? In a world that encourages comfort and passivity, why does this restless, yearning voice persist within you? The Stoics would offer a profound explanation. This ambition is not just a desire for more money, fame, or success. It is something deeper. It is a signal from your daemon, your highest self, your guiding spirit. Your ambition is your soul remembering who it was meant to be. It is an echo of your own untapped potential, a memory of the strong, virtuous, and creative being you are capable of becoming. The pain you feel is the pain of forgetting. The modern world is a machine for inducing amnesia. It systematically makes you forget this inner blueprint. It buries the memory of your potential under layers of trivial entertainment, manufactured anxieties, and hollow pleasures. The digital noise drowns out the quiet, persistent whisper of your ambition. The constant demand for your attention leaves you no space for the deep introspection required to connect with this inner self. You're encouraged to look everywhere but within, and so you become estranged from your own purpose, feeling only a vague sense of dissatisfaction, a homesickness for a self you have never fully met. The discipline of Marcus Aurelius is a discipline of remembrance. His meditations were a daily practice of reminding himself of his principles, his duties, and his true nature as a rational and social being. He was constantly calling his own soul back from the distractions of courtly life, from the temptations of power, and from the despair of war. He was actively remembering who he had chosen to be. Your task is the same. You must create practices in your life, whether through journaling, meditation, or simply structured silence, that allow you to remember your own ambition, to reconnect with that inner voice. When you see your ambition not as a pressure to perform, but as a sacred memory to be honored, your relationship with it changes. It ceases to be a source of anxiety and becomes a source of guidance. It is your North Star in the chaotic sea of modern life. The work you must do, the writing, the building, the training, is no longer a chore. It is an act of remembering, an act of becoming who you truly are. Every disciplined action is a step closer to embodying that memory, to closing the gap between the person you are and the person your soul remembers you can be. In the end, all the philosophy, all the reflection, and all the planning are meaningless without action. Marcus Aurelius crystallized this sentiment into one of his most powerful and, honestly, savage commands to himself. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. This is the final devastating blow to the ambitious but lazy soul. You've spent enough time consuming motivational content. You've spent enough time designing the perfect plan, reading another book on productivity, or talking about the great things you are going to do. You have argued, debated, and theorized about what a disciplined, successful, and good person does. Now you must simply be that person. The modern world encourages endless argumentation and debate. It is a world of opinions, hot takes, and performative virtue. It is far easier to talk about changing the world than to change your own habits. It is easier to have a strong opinion about how others should live than to live with integrity yourself. This is the ultimate comfort trap, the illusion of progress through intellectualization. You feel like you are moving forward because you are learning more, but you are merely accumulating knowledge without embodying it. You are drawing up maps of a promised land you have no intention of ever setting foot in. The Stoic discipline demands that you close the gap between your knowledge and your action until no gap exists. It commands you to live your philosophy, not just to profess it. The answer to your paralysis is not more information. The answer is a single, deliberate step. The answer is to do the work. Write the sentence, lift the weight, make the call. Do not do it when you feel inspired. Do it now. Do it because it is your duty. Do it because it is the only way to honor the ambition that burns within you. Let your actions be your argument. This is the ultimate inheritance from Marcus Aurelius. He provides the tools, the mindset, and the diagnosis, but he cannot take the step for you. He hands you the sword, but you must be the one to wield it. All of your potential, all of your ambition, and all of your dreams are waiting on the other side of this simple, profound shift. From arguing to being, from intending to doing. The world already has enough commentators, critics, and dreamers. What it needs and what your soul demands is for you to be a person of action. Be the man or woman you know you can be. Do not waste another second arguing about it. Look around you. No cavalry is coming. No rescue party waits outside your door. The Stoics knew. No one is coming to save you from yourself. The key is in your own pocket. The choice is yours. Wait for a rescue or stand up and walk out. What will you build with your power? The soul is not static. Each day, you're either rebuilding your inner temple or letting it decay. There is no neutral ground. Discipline, presence, and mission are your tools. You must show up daily and do the work. The choice is yours, rebuild or regret. When you choose to rebuild, you join a timeless lineage. You pick up the torch carried by Marcus Aurelius and countless others, philosophers, warriors, leaders. Your daily struggle becomes a noble duty. The choice is yours. Let the flame die, or carry it forward. The journey is now in your hands. The obstacle is not in the way, it is the way. Marcus Aurelius taught us what stands in the way becomes the way. The challenge, the fear, the resistance, these are not barriers, but the path itself. Face your obstacles, take one step forward. That is how you forge strength. And so we end in stillness. There is no grand crescendo, no thunderous applause, no final explosion of motivation. That is the language of hype, and Stoicism is the enemy of hype. It is a philosophy of quiet, relentless, and effective action. The truth does not need to shout. It simply needs to be heard and then acted upon. You have been given the diagnosis, the strategy, and the mission. The war council is over. The time for deliberation has passed. The only thing that remains is the first small movement, a single step. Taken today, this step will not feel heroic, it will likely feel awkward, difficult and insignificant. It might be the act of opening a blank document and writing a single clumsy sentence. It might be putting on your running shoes and walking to the end of your street. It might be sitting in silence for 2 minutes, resisting the urge to reach for your phone. This first step is not meant to change the world. It is meant to change you. It is a physical declaration that you are no longer a person who waits, but a person who begins. It is the first stone laid on what will become the path to your future self. Do not concern yourself with the second step or the 1000th. That is the trap of the overwhelmed mind. Your only duty is to the step you are taking right now. Focus all your energy and intention on that single present action. Pour all your will into laying this one stone perfectly. Then when it is done, you will address the next. This is how monuments are built. This is how empires are governed. This is how a life of purpose is constructed, one essential action at a time, with presence and discipline. The future you dream of is not built in the future. It is built in the now. The faint sound of Roman horns echoes from a distant past, a reminder of the emperor who fought these same battles 2 millennia ago. They fade into silence, leaving you with the quiet hum of your own existence. The scroll of your life lies open before you, its pages thus far filled with intentions and distractions. But a blank page awaits. It is waiting for you. Your ambition isn't the problem, your delay is. The way forward is one step. The answer is action. Begin. If this hit you, like, share and hit subscribe. Drop a comment. What's one thing Marcus Aurelius said today that you're actually going to apply? And if you're ready to sharpen your mind, that therapy link is waiting in the description. Use Therapy20 for 20% off. Don't just think, train your mind. That's what makes you dangerous.